On a quiet February night in 2000, a small town in North Carolina seemed like any other. Families were asleep, streets were still. Yet, by morning, a single story would ripple across the state. A story of a young girl who vanished without a trace. Asha Degree was just 9 years old. Her disappearance would become a mystery that haunted not only her family, but an entire community for decades. Tonight, we explore her story, not through sensational headlines, but through the quiet moments, the human details, and the search for understanding that continues today. Asha Marie Degree was born in 1990, a bright and curious child with a quiet resilience. Friends described her as independent and thoughtful. She loved school, enjoyed reading, and often displayed a determination beyond her years. Growing up in Shelby, North Carolina, Asha's life was like that of many other children, navigating friendships, family routines, and the small adventures of childhood. But even within the comfort of home, Asha exhibited a strong sense of agency, often choosing her own paths and making decisions carefully. Her parents recall her as a girl with a gentle spirit, a child who could light up a room with a smile, yet who carried a quiet confidence, a self-reliance that, in hindsight, makes her story even more compelling. The night of February 14th, 2000, seemed ordinary. Asha's family was asleep, but shortly after midnight, Asha left her home. Alone, she walked along a rural highway in the darkness, carrying only a small backpack. Her journey ended miles away from her home, where her backpack and clothing were later found. The morning brought a discovery that would change her family's lives forever. Asha Degree was missing. In the days that followed, the search expanded rapidly. Local authorities, volunteers, and neighbors combed the surrounding woods, fields, and roads. Every tip, every sighting became a thread in a vast tapestry of hope and heartbreak. Despite exhaustive searches, no clear answers emerged. Over time, the case drew national attention, but the mystery endured. Asha's disappearance became a reminder of both the vulnerability and resilience inherent in childhood. The investigation into Asha Degree's disappearance was complex and methodical. Authorities examined the family home, interviewed neighbors and classmates, and reviewed hundreds of tips from across the country. Key points emerged. Asha had been planning for weeks. Investigators noted items packed in her backpack, suggesting a level of preparation unusual for a child her age. Behavioral clues indicated she may have been acting on personal motivations, though the exact reasoning remains unknown. Authorities also explored the wider environment, the rural roads she traversed, weather conditions, and potential witnesses. Modern techniques, including age progression images and digital appeals, were introduced in later years to keep the case active. Throughout the investigation, her family remained deeply involved, working alongside law enforcement and the community.
Careful consideration.
Their persistence reflects a fundamental human truth.
At 9,
the search for a loved
children
one
are beginning to
never
navigate
truly
independence,
ends, even
while
when
still
answers
relying
are
on
elusive.
adult guidance. Asha's decision to leave her home alone demonstrates both courage and an emerging sense of autonomy. Experts in child behavior note that children who exhibit early independence often possess strong problem-solving skills and a desire to assert control over their environment. Asha's meticulous preparation, packing a backpack, wearing warm clothing, suggests thoughtful planning, not impulsivity. Yet, the psychological impact on her family is profound.
Parents of missing children often experience cycles of hope and despair, alongside persistent hypervigilance and trauma. Communities, too, share this emotional burden, reminding us that missing person cases ripple far beyond the immediate family. Asha Degree's disappearance highlighted broader societal concerns. Schools and communities reevaluated child safety protocols. Parents became increasingly attentive to the unseen risks that children navigate, even in familiar environments. Legally, the case contributed to improvements in coordination between local law enforcement, media, and national missing person databases. Public awareness campaigns emphasized early reporting, community involvement, and the importance of continuous search efforts. Culturally, Asha's story resonates because it reminds us that ordinary children can face extraordinary situations. Her case has become a reference point in discussions about child autonomy, safety, and the enduring importance of community vigilance. More than 2 decades have passed since Asha Degree disappeared. While answers remain out of reach, her story continues to inspire awareness, compassion, and action. Families, investigators, and communities carry her memory forward, not in sensational headlines, but in quiet determination to protect children and honor those who are missing. In reflecting on Asha's life and disappearance, we are reminded of the fragility and resilience of childhood, the weight of parental love, and the enduring power of hope. If you take one thing from this story, let it be the importance of vigilance, empathy, and community connection. And if you want to explore more stories like this, thoughtful, respectful, and deeply human, subscribe and join us as we examine the mysteries and lessons that shape our world.